This episode is brought to you by Green Chef.
You know, Alexis, it is summer now and it's hot, and I need hot food, but I'm not good cook, and that's where Green Chef comes in.
Oh my gosh, can you believe it? Make this summer your most delicious yet. Head to greenchef.com/50IMHO and use code 50IMHO to get 50% off your first month, then 20% off for 2 months with free shipping.
That's code 50IMHO at greenchef.com/50IMHO.
Ask us your questions, we'll give you our opinions. Tell us your stories, we'll give you our opinions. Read us from your diary, we'll give you our opinions. It's in my homosexual opinion. IMHO, the podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to IMHO, the podcast. That's Darby over there.
Hi, everyone. I'm Darby.
And I'm Alexis. And today we are very excited because a little bit later on we're going to be bringing in some very special guests.
We have special surprise guests.
Some bops.
Oh, I can't wait for you to see who these people are.
Besties of Pod.
Oh, wow.
And we are
Hiding
very
them.
excited. But first, how are you, Darby? It's Memorial Day.
Not doing well. Oh, thank you for your service, Stolen Valor. I'm not doing well.
Wait, are you okay?
No.
What's wrong?
Because you know how you're on Celexa?
Yeah.
I want to get that.
Can I help you in any way?
Can you just give me yours?
I do have some of the 10 milligrams left.
No, I'm not taking medical medicine away from you because I've been desperately wanting you to get it.
You are the reason I got it. You and those fires.
Just give me a reason.
Just
I'm the reason.
Alexa.
I'm so excited for these people to see who we have here today. They're hiding under the table currently. They are not in this shot at all.
Yeah.
I can't wait for y'all to see. Anyway, how are you?
I'm good. I feel like we've had kind of a breath. You've done your traveling.
Until we go to Chicago next week.
Well, we are going to Chicago at the end of next week. And we're very excited about that. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, that's going to be gay.
But it's been nice, and I feel like we're getting into the summer months. I did a drag brunch the other day without you.
Thank you for doing that without me. I've been so busy with my cards.
And your girls.
And my girls. No, mainly my cards.
Is that your
recipe cards?
Your recipe cards.
Yes. So
you're doing a
for.
book. Are we announcing that today?
Yeah, we are actually.
What's your favorite recipe again? I always forget.
Thank you so much for asking. Can I tell you a real story? Yeah. When I was in first grade, Miss Nimick. I'm looking at a ghost. What an amazing name, right?
Yeah.
She was kind of stinky. She was, you know, when skinny old ladies get really stinky.
Oh, like
that was Mrs.
stale
Nimick.
roses.
Yeah, stale roses or like the loss of a loved one.
Yeah.
So she had us make these Mother's Day cookbooks because it was 1991.
Oh, we did that.
And we made Mother's Day cookbooks, so everybody brought in whatever. My mom loved the baked cinnamon apples recipe so much from this children's book that she kept it until my adulthood. And then they lost the house because my dad was really bad with money. So I think she threw it away because my mom's not sentimental, which is why we don't talk. I think it's just because she just doesn't let me.
She's cinnamon apples. She's not
cinnamon
sentimental.
Apples. But yeah, every time she'd want to make them, she'd pull out like my little construction paper thing, and it would say Miss Nimick on it. And I'd be like, I wonder if she's still alive. She's definitely not. If she is, she should be studied.
Hey girl, she's a patron.
You bet you're stinky, ma'am. I bet you're still stinky. All right, should we bring in our guests? Are they? Hang on, let's check with Annie. Annie, are they ready to be in studio?
Okay.
Are they in the green room? Can you send them in?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Annie. Thank you, Annie.
Shout out to Annie.
Shout out to
our
Annie.
Engineer at Studio 71 here, where all of our dreams come true. I would like to take this moment to go ahead and welcome, like I said before, BOPs, Besties of Pod, Bops. We have first off an incredible comedian, writer.
We only have an hour.
They are,
Mm-hmm.
Well, now I have to start at the beginning. Oh my God. We have an incredible comedian, writer. In a way, they are the fabric of IMHO because they started being besties with Chan. Mm-hmm. Then you moved here, became besties with you. Mm-hmm. Now I call them every single day because I know not to call you.
Yeah.
I call them every single day.
They saved our friendship.
They saved our friendship.
Yeah.
And they are not only reader to the stars, but reader of the stars. Please welcome to the pod, Rachel Relman. Hi. You were with us in the pandemic early on.
I was.
You read our charts.
Yes.
But you read them wrong.
I don't think so. Mine was really accurate. Everything came true.
Here's the thing. Number one, I was going in a little too hard.
Yeah, we weren't close back then yet.
We weren't close back then yet.
I remember
and also,
being nervous.
Should I speak up?
Yeah, just into the mic.
And also,
So the ghosts can hear.
you weren't your true self.
I wasn't. That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. I was.
And looking at it,
Hey. Actually, hold on. Because our other guest isn't quite aware of my old self. Hey, our other guest is a fantastic musician. He is
We're gonna tell
the
him through the
lead
cards.
singer
Got it.
in his band Lucky Wife and Mother, and he is one of the lead singers, guitarist, drummer, does it all in the incredible Hot Brothers Band at Hot Brothers Band on Instagram. Please welcome my boyfriend Austin.
Hello. Thank you for having me. I just got here.
Austin just got here. Oh, the reason he's here will become clear a little bit later.
Later.
A little bit later. But how are you?
I'm good. I'm doing well. I'm happy to be here.
It's Memorial Day.
It is.
It's your favorite holiday.
Thank you for your service.
It's good to be alive. And I shouldn't say on Memorial Day. It's actually the worst day to say it.
Alexis, and I know that this is something he likes.
Yeah.
Will you take that giant cock-like thing and put it towards your boyfriend's mouth?
Oh, sorry.
Will you just make sure you just really...
Hello there.
I know he likes
Yeah,
that when you
sorry.
do that.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
he loves that.
He's a little gay. Is that okay to say? Is that okay to say?
I'll allow it.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Now, Rachel.
Hi.
We don't have a lot of time.
Okay.
So we do have to get
Into it?
into it, I think.
Okay.
Wait, what are we getting into?
So I have prepared, Rachel has prepared our charts. They didn't do my chart correct the last time.
Right here.
Your chart
I
is
think
here
your
too.
chart was pretty harsh, but I think it was less. I don't think that Rachel was lying. I just think that Rachel was taking it a little too.
Intense.
Yes.
I had blue hair at the time, so I
and
think
that's
I
it.
think that's what
But
it was.
You know what? I think you just have a better understanding of not only the stars
Yeah.
and the readings, but
Yeah.
you also have a better understanding of me as a person.
No, totally.
And
And you know how fragile she is now.
also, because I wasn't, like you said, because I was undercover,
Right.
As what?
I did do your compatibility with your old chart, but we'll get into it.
we'll do my,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
I have a new start date.
Yes, you do.
Because I kind of gave myself a rebirth.
Yes.
On
Yeah, you did.
Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, 2022.
Cinco de Mayo.
Can you believe? Can you believe?
That was the day.
That was when I
You
started.
said, you know what? Let me do the
I wanted
estrogen
to
that
do
day.
it. I wanted to do
You
it.
really did become a white woman. She said, I don't know, let's pick something special, like Cinco de Mayo. Let's go get
come
tacos with my
on.
girlfriends.
I wanted to do it on
Cinco
the
de Mayo
first,
2022.
but the appointments didn't line up. Listen, that's just the day it fell on. It wasn't on purpose.
That's so funny.
but I
though.
love Cinco de Mayo.
Did you purposely want to
hilarious.
stay a Taurus, or was that not in your mind?
It just kind of happened.
Okay.
You know,
That was the
everything kind of
stars.
happened.
Yeah.
That was the
That was the stars. What are you? Wait, what are you? You're
I'm
an Aries. You're a big Aries baby.
I'm an
Yeah.
Aries sun, Sagittarius rising, Taurus moon.
Taurus moon.
Get into it.
Okay. Where are we starting today?
Okay, well,
Because
we
you
can
have
start
some
wherever you
information.
want.
This is science.
Yeah.
Everyone, first of all,
It
you
is
have to
science.
believe us. We're all doctors.
And I do readings for money, but we'll talk about that
Do-do.
more.
Yeah,
in
we're
a
gonna
minute.
talk about.
You
reading.
said do-do.
We're going to talk about.
Here.
Have you ever had your chart read, Austin?
CoStar read me a little bit.
Sure.
once.
Oh
It
yeah,
read
yeah,
you
yeah.
CoStar
out.
will
You.
do that. to
CoStar
you.
can do. Yeah.
Well, the thing that I will say is that there's lots of different ways to interpret astrology. There are some things that just are true, and then there are some things that you can interpret differently. The way that I learned is very different than what CoStar will tell you. So
That's okay.
there you go.
I'm not a student of the CoStar schools.
Delete the app right now, Austin.
Delete it.
Now, I have to say, I'm dressed as a nun because it's the most spiritual thing I know exists on Earth.
Oh, see, and
So
I'm
I
dressed.
wanna be spiritual,
I'm dressed
too.
as whales and dolphins in space because I believe those are the most spiritual things.
Okay, Alexis made us watch The Meg. we had a movie
did.
day.
I did. We had a movie
where
day.
We watched
It was
The Meg.
so fun.
It was. I'm telling you,
It's good.
It's good, but whales are so scary because the Meg's not
Yeah.
real, but
No, that was
whales are that
crazy.
big, and whales are so scary.
That's the thing is that regular whales,
I'll put them
like
in space. Put 'em
humpbacks,
in
all that.
space.
They're just
I'd love
they're
that.
just large, and we don't need to be scared of large people. They have to.
They're
take
not
up, We have
people.
to take up space.
Yeah.
Huh? Whales?
If you took up the space of a whale, like an actual whale, I think we would feel very differently about that statement.
No, I'm just saying we can't be scared of big things and people.
Oh, yes, you can.
No.
I have a knife that is so big,
But
it
or-
scares everyone
But
before I
orcas,
stab them.
you remember how like when you were born they would call them
No,
killer
I
whales?
don't. Does
Yeah.
anyone else remember their birth?
And then later it was like, oh no, they're friendly SeaWorld, blah blah blah. And now they're back to killer whales. They're gonna kill you.
well, they don't-
orcas.
Well, orcas are scary, and they
Yeah.
love to
Yeah.
rip engines off boats as a trend.
Wild.
I'm
You
on
should
their
kill
side.
them.
I'm on their side.
Some whales, they do trends like
More
they wear
money
hats.
to SeaWorld.
whales wear hats?
Some whales have worn fish on their head.
as hats.
And they
Really?
see other whales
It
doing
was
it,
a
and they're
trend.
like, I'm
it was
going
a
to do
fashion
it.
trend.
That is wild.
My
They're
God.
social creatures.
They're social creatures. They're AI. We have to get them off this earth.
What kind of hat? A rainbow
Put
fish?
them all in
Oh my
SeaWorld.
God.
My
Put them
favorite,
all in SeaWorld.
My favorite part of that movie was the sexual tension between the daughter and her dad.
No.
I honestly.
Oh, not the
I kept
Which movie?
No,
forgetting.
the older daughter.
The Meg.
The Meg.
Rest in peace,
older
Dad.
daughter
Rest in
and-
peace, Dad.
yeah.
Rest in peace,
Rest
Dad.
in peace, Dad.
Yeah, if
That-
you haven't seen the Meg, go run, don't watch to watch it. Swim, don't walk to watch the Meg, but do not watch the Meg 2. That is not canon. It doesn't exist.
Got it.
Nick Cannon. You know
Okay.
what?
Well,
Come back
Yeah.
and do a Nick Cannon reading. I want to
Okay.
know what his charts say.
I'll just
'cause
need his
I
time
bet
of
it just
birth.
says.
You could also
"You
do his
fuck."
kids, but that would be like
That
a
would take all
really
day,
long
yeah.
episode.
that would be a really long episode. Yeah.
He has a lot of kids.
There's a lot of them.
A lot of kids.
Do y'all want kids?
no.
Yeah. What's that? Tea?
Austin?
I haven't.
Wait, hold on. I forgot to brief you that there might be some uncomfortable questions.
gotchas.
in this interview. Just kind of
having
coming
a
from that
conversation with
side
my
of the
friend.
room.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's I
And
know, they're being
so
really weird
nothing
about it.
should be indicative of anything that I've personally asked her to bring up. No, that's not the case.
Austin, do you want to be a dad?
I am ready.
On the record.
I already have 3.5, so I'm just waiting for
Well,
the
he's kind of
3.5 dads.
3.5 kids. You know the show 2.5 Men?
Mm-hmm. It's based on your
off
kids.
of my
it's
life.
based off of your kids.
Oh,
Based off of my life,
incredible.
yeah.
I forgot your first son's name is Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
That's so
Icon.
interesting.
Icon.
Iconic.
We've decided I'm not going to meet them just yet because it's still a little bit too soon in the relationship.
right,
and he hasn't
right.
met my girls. They've been with their father the whole time.
And they are,
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
oh, right.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You thought Abednego was going to be a boy, but it was a girl, and they'd already written it on the birth certificate.
I already tattooed it on the baby.
Yeah, on the baby's foot.
Yeah.
Andy.
Whoa.
Okay, so
Okay.
Rachel, where are we starting?
Okay, so I kind of want to start with your new chart. We
Okay.
don't have to spend a whole lot of time in your old chart because we did read it. You can go back and watch.
The
Me with
highlights
blue hair.
are I'm going to find luck in business partner and I'm going to be
Yes.
unlucky in love.
Sure. Yeah.
And I'm going to be alone for a very long time.
Which,
Okay,
until
I also
Austin,
want to
we thought
say-
was true.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
really did think, and not to be
Here's
mushy,
If you
but
ever break
here's
up with
what
her,
I say.
we'll have to kill her.
Here's
no,
what
no,
I'll
no.
say.
I'm medicated
Here's what I'll
now.
say.
I'm
Here's what I'll say.
medicated
Here's
now.
what I'll say.
Okay, Rachel.
I think I was too focused because Aries Venus, that's the placement, right? Which,
Yeah.
spoiler alert, you still have that in your new chart. So,
Oh no! Oh no!
It was
No,
the
no, no.
stars. It was the stars.
Aries Venus is a really fun, wonderful placement to have.
You're Aries.
I am Aries.
Yeah.
The sign that Venus rules is Libra, which is the opposite sign of Aries. So sometimes Venus has like a little trouble in Aries, but it's like still like fun and flirty.
Yeah.
Good vibe.
Oh, that's me.
That's
a
her.
little trouble.
A little trouble.
That's exactly how I describe
I
you.
think I went
Yeah.
a little too hard into the in detriment in Aries vibe.
To be
of
fair,
it.
Yeah.
at that moment of IMHO,
Yeah.
she was super depressed, and I was my regular me. So I just think that was the energy of the room. That wasn't
Totally.
your fault.
Totally.
You walked into
Totally.
it.
Unmedicated, right?
I was unmedicated. I was
Unmedicated,
deep
raw dog
undercover. I was
cover.
deep undercover. I was working a job where I was deep undercover as a what do you call it? A barista.
And I had blue hair.
And they had blue hair.
It was a mess from the
It
start.
was a mess from
I'm
the
in
start.
so much of a better place now, and that is thanks to my medicine, Celexa. I feel so much better now. But also, I'm in therapy. Oh,
And
I
you're
have
in a
to tell
loving
you something.
relationship.
Can
What?
I
No,
sidebar?
please, yeah.
I think I do have to end it with my therapist.
I have to
What?
with mine as well.
Whoa, what? That's crazy.
Okay, they were
Stop the filming.
They were green screening. And you know how it picks up
yes.
body parts?
Yes.
There was a foot behind her.
No.
Yeah, there was someone else in the room.
No, she was laying down like this.
I thought there was
Like she was writing in her diary.
Like her feet were kicking up behind her.
no.
What?
Break up.
Your therapist was
Break up.
was having tummy time. Your therapist was having tummy time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, girl. That
Yeah,
is
no,
illegal.
goodbye.
Jail.
That
Lock
is
her
the
up.
last
No
straw.
parole. No parole.
I love pets. I don't
Goodbye.
want dogs in my therapy.
She had dogs in the Zoom.
Goodbye to that there.
So
She let
nice.
the dogs
So
out.
nice.
You can be nice and bad at your job.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at me.
You're not nice.
Whoa.
Well, what do my stars say? Go
Okay,
ahead.
well, so your new sun. Okay, so this is
exciting.
Alexis's new chart.
Okay.
May 5th, 2022, Chicago, Illinois.
Okay.
So your new rising sign is Scorpio.
Oh no.
No, that's good. I love
Okay.
it. It's like passionate. Very passionate.
Okay.
You love that.
I wasn't passionate before, now I am.
Scorpio is ruled by the planet Mars, and in your new chart, Mars falls in your 5th house of creativity and love and passion and romance and hobbies and all of the above.
That's literally me.
No, literally.
So what does that mean?
That's what blew my mind, because I was like, this immediately already feels like the Alexis I know versus your old chart. Which,
Yeah.
Like, I think in your old chart, which I have here, you're a Cancer rising, which is ruled by the moon in your in Virgo in the 3rd. And that is like very like analytical, mind always running, really into daily routine, stuff like that.
She's not that.
That's the old chart.
Her
But the
mind
new
is off.
chart ruled by creativity, a lot of passion with creativity, because that's Mars. Mars is like ambition and passion.
And a candy bar.
Mars attacks.
The other thing about this that I really loved was you have Jupiter also in Pisces. Jupiter rules Pisces and Sagittarius, but in this case, we love that it's in Pisces. So there's like a lot of like growth and harmony and all of this stuff in this 5th house, which I love.
That feels right.
Yeah,
that feels
totally.
true.
That feels so
Yeah.
much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
You know, Darby, it's not easy being green, but it is easy eating green.
What do you mean?
Let me tell you about this green chef.
No.
You've
what?
tried it, right?
Yes, I have actually.
It's so delicious,
Yeah.
so easy, and I like that it makes me feel like an actual chef.
It does, and you could be green. Do you understand? Wait, is that why it's called that? Green
Yeah.
chef, because you're green. Like
Well,
you don't
and you're
have
also
to
like
be-
you're not creating
new.
a lot of waste.
You're new. You're green. Oh, and it's also that green.
Yeah.
Green Chef is a service that provides meals to your door, so you don't even have to think about it. Sometimes, if you want to be like Alexis, you want to make a whole thing out of it. She likes to put down a tablecloth. She uses plates. Okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
I call
You could
it
do
an
that.
indoor picnic. I put the tablecloth on the ground, and then I use plates.
She doesn't have a table, to be fair.
That's true.
But also, if you only have 5 minutes, there are 5-minute recipes, good to go. There's protein packs. There's a lot of different options for different lifestyles. Alexis, what have you enjoyed from Green Chef?
Oh, I loved that meatloaf, the barbecue pork meatloaf. In addition to Hot Girl Summer, it's going to be Hot Green Chef Summer with Green Chef.
That's correct.
Make the summer your most delicious yet with Green Chef. Just go ahead and go to greenchef.com/50IMHO. That's Darby's age and the name of the show. Green Chef, use code 50IMHO to get 50% off your first month.
Then 20% off for 2 months with free shipping. That's code 50IMHO at greenchef.com/50IMHO.
And the other thing that's crazy about this chart, well, okay, we'll get into it. You're still a Taurus, which we love.
I'm sorry.
Congrats. what are the sorry for
Yeah.
us newbies, what's the like typical, what's a Taurus's
Stubborn,
personality?
creative.
Yeah. Taurus is very synonymous with being stubborn, but they're very much just like, once they find something that they like and like how to do something that they know works for them, they're very much like, this is going to be my thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also it's ruled by Venus.
Loyalty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very loyal. If you have like a Taurus in your corner, like they're there for the rest of their life. Or oppositely, also
If you
knows how to
fuck
hold a
over a
grudge.
yes.
Yeah.
If she's, and I will say, having her in my corner, I've never looked over and you weren't there.
Yeah.
Because you don't
Yeah.
like to walk.
That's true. Yeah.
You
I'm
like
not
to
as
sit.
mobile as
right,
I.
Yeah.
as used to be.
But it's ruled by Venus. So every sign is ruled by a planet, and oppositely, like the planets rule usually like multiple signs.
Oh.
So
that's cool.
Yeah. So Venus rules Taurus and Libra.
Venus
and,
rhymes with penis. Does that mean anything?
Yes, actually. It means you love big penises. No, I'm just kidding.
She does.
Yay!
Yay!
Your new Taurus placement is in your 7th house, and the 7th house is long-term relationships. So a lot of your kind of identity and like thing that like brings you like life has to do with partnerships, romantic, platonic, business, all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah.
Business.
Business. Yeah.
7 houses.
7 house. There's 12 in the whole chart.
No way.
Oh,
Yeah.
but 7 feels right in the middle.
So
kind of.
if we do it in post, if we put like these little things up somewhere, the astrology chart usually is on a wheel. It's like a big circle. It's like the whole sky. And it starts with the first house, which is your rising sign. And then it goes that way.
Counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise
That
to
way.
12.
Okay.
It's been a long time since I've been in school.
Do kids do they have to read time anymore like that?
I don't know.
I doubt it, right?
I don't think so.
There's numbers everywhere.
I had a friend who could not read an analog clock, and it was
Well, he was also in an iron lung, so
Yeah.
he didn't have a lot.
couldn't really. They didn't put a clock on the ceiling.
Yeah.
So.
They didn't have the
If
nails.
kids aren't reading clocks, they do not know what an iron lung is.
No. I don't think kids are reading,
Right.
period.
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't think kids are reading, period. The other thing that was crazy to me about your new chart is you share several placements with your old chart, which, like, there's not really a reason for that. Like, it just kind of seems to be that you share a lot of placements. Taurus sun, obviously.
What does that mean? Taurus sun, obviously.
Oh, just that
Oh, because she's
We
Taurus.
already talked about it.
Got it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
back.
yeah.
I'm back.
the Aries Venus, we can't escape. So,
You can't escape. Yeah.
but I love it. I love it when we get into your guys' compatibility, especially.
Oh, that sounds like a good
Yeah.
segue.
Yeah. So we can do that. And then in your old chart, you're a Cancer rising, and this time you're a Cancer moon, and the moon is at home in Cancer. So your
You're
emotions
gonna have
are.
cancer one day.
In your own home.
I'm kind of
your
a
own
Cancer.
home.
I'm kind of a Cancer to you.
No, but you're
I'm
the
benign.
you're the kind of Cancer. Yeah,
I'm malignant. Wait, which one is the one that
malignant's
stays?
bad.
Yeah,
Benign
malignant is bad.
like you can leave it because it's not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Me, I'm benign.
You're you're my little tumor.
Yeah.
It's not a tumor.
It's
so
not
You know
a
how
full-
strong my fingernails are now.
These are your nails?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
not crazy.
I chewed all mine off.
Oh well, that's actually in your next
Yeah,
house.
it is actually. I see it right here.
It's no nails, no nails,
no nails, right there.
Before we
in the
get
first
to their
house.
compatibility, first of all,
Yes.
Rachel, you were very good at this.
Thank you.
It is like as someone who doesn't know a lot about it because of God,
Yeah.
you put it in ways that really make it make sense. And I have absolutely gone back to watch our old video.
I've watched it so many times.
You have?
Well, because I don't.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
it's cool
so
to you too,
interesting.
being a reader,
Yeah.
to go back
Totally.
I feel like, and it's fun to check your notes.
No,
And
totally.
Sometimes I'll forget, like, oh, what is my moon?
Yeah.
And I'll have to go back.
It's Gemini. I know that off the top of my head.
Oh my God, thank you.
Oh, because you're a twin.
What?
Am I?
You and Grant used
That
to
is
be in the
crazy.
same
Oh my God, I have a
room.
twin brother. I forgot.
I didn't even think about that. That is Gemini twins
Bonkers.
freak me out. If you're a Gemini
Sorry.
twin, sorry. No, I'm just kidding.
Look me in the eye when you say that.
If you're a Gemini twin, that's crazy.
Honestly, it's not the craziest thing about me. Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay, look. You could probably see it from here.
No.
Oh my God. No,
I
I'm just
know.
kidding.
Now, before we get
Okay,
into
wait.
this,
Before we do our compatibility,
Yes.
know
maybe we do
Austin.
Austin.
Let's
Okay.
Yeah.
well, before we
Yes.
do Austin's, can we get to know Austin a little?
Yeah.
Can we talk to Austin?
Hi.
Austin, will you tell us? I
Austin!
don't want anything too like crazy, so let's start with something easy. Why are you dating Alexis? What brought you together, and what do you find joy in when around her every single day?
That's a wow. Thank you. What a wonderful question. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
For the opportunity to answer that question.
There
Of
are
course.
no wrong answers.
There's a couple.
Alex and I have been dating for we're about to hit a year, right?
We're about to hit a year.
About
We're
to hit
about
a
to hit a
year.
year meeting each other.
Yes.
And then official is July.
Oh my God.
we were just riffing right away. So that's how I knew we were gonna have a good time. We were like sending jokes right off the bat,
Yeah.
being silly, talking about hikes.
You're very funny.
Yeah,
Oh,
you are
you're
very funny.
Very funny.
He's very
You're
funny.
very
Funny.
funny.
Yeah.
And very good music.
Thank
You're good
you.
music. You wrote our theme song for this show.
Yeah.
I did.
Thank you so much.
That's really fun. That was super fun. And Alex is a singer, so it's been fun. We've been working on some music together, and she does little harmonies for stuff I've been working on and all that stuff.
It's
Yeah.
sweet. It's so sweet.
It's
I've
just,
heard some of it.
it's been so nice to date just a really creative person, and so it's been really fun to we're both doing our little art thing and checking in with each other, and it's just been really fun.
Now, Alexis says one of her favorite times is when you come over and you take a nap so that she can then work on her stuff, but like have you there. And then she
Oh.
knows like it's her favorite.
I said I like it when you're taking a nap and I'm just doing my stuff.
It's cute. I love it.
She
too.
loves it. So when you wake up from a nap and you hear her sewing and farting, what's your first thought?
It's so funny because there's sometimes I'll wake up from the nap and I won't know. I think there was one time I woke up from the nap. I walked out. I couldn't find her, and then I just found her in the bathtub.
Was she breathing?
Yes, she was doing great.
Thank God.
Usually those stories don't go that way.
Yeah, no, she was just taken in the tub.
Tubby time.
Wasn't there
Tubby
one time
time.
you fell out of the tub?
I felt
It's
getting right before my
large.
birthday party. I felt
It's
getting
high. It's
into
high.
the tub. It's
That's-
randomly really high.
That's how we lost a member of Train, the band Train.
That's how he died?
One of them
He fell in a bathtub.
fell in the shower.
Good for him.
That's a
Did you
rock
know that
star
the guy
death.
from the script is dead too?
I just saw that.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah.
What was his?
I have no idea. I just
Plane
Probably.
crash?
my
Plane
fr-
crash. It was plane crash. 6 people died.
my friend
Y'all
Carrie's.
don't have fact checkers on this show. No one's.
No, I know. I watched a TikTok yesterday about it.
My
Yeah.
friend,
And I don't
Carrie's
remember.
husband Big died in a shower.
Oh my
he died on
God.
a Peloton.
No, he died on the
But then he
Peloton.
went in the shower and he died there.
Yeah.
I don't want to die in a shower because here's my fear. Okay?
It's like Disneyland. You don't want to work there and spoil the magic.
Thank you. Also, like, one of my favorite parts about a shower is that when the shower's over, you get to be dry. And so if I didn't die immediately, if I just bonked my little head,
Which
and
would hurt because it's tile.
hurt people, and then I'm like waiting to die, I'm still wet.
Wrinkly, soaking
Awful,
wet, and
soaking
pruny.
wet, right? That's hell.
Yeah.
Is that hell?
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
I wouldn't mind dying in a
hearts
shower.
And thoughts.
I think
and
that'd be
prayers.
nice.
Thoughts and prayers.
Whenever I'm watching like the
THSES.
Saw movie, I'm like, I would hate for that to happen to me. That would suck.
And I agree.
When y'all were little, did you ever pretend to play? Wait,
Dead.
would you ever pretend to play you couldn't move and the water's rising? And
Oh
it's
yeah,
gonna
of
get to you?
course. Yeah.
remember being little enough to like lay completely in the tub, but full out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm so long that like
My boobs are too big now.
and my boobs are
no,
too
I
big
can't.
too.
I
Yeah.
couldn't possibly.
Okay.
shall we play the game where
So-
you were
No,
impending
Austin,
doom?
tell us just like what's a quick bio of you? 30-second bio. Who are you? What do you do? What's your deal?
I don't like to tell people that I did improv in college.
Oh,
It's
okay,
actually
word.
one of my deepest, darkest secrets.
I can
And
tell.
certainly
I also
not
did
that he
improv
was
in college.
and certainly not that he was the captain of
but
the
I
team.
think me telling you that it's something
Captain!
I'm ashamed of might give some insight.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What was the name of your improv group?
Smile and nod.
No!
Yeah.
Did you come up with that?
They went to the Edinburgh
No.
Fringe Festival.
No, that's
You
that's
did?
great.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. After college, it was either
Smile and
go
nod.
to Chicago and try doing improv, and
You could have
eventually
met us there.
You could have gone there, but
We would have been best friends.
I would have just ended up being that guy who dates his students. You know, like you know what I mean. That's what all improv turns into. Like at the end of the, that's what all they become improv teachers.
Is that why you chose an older woman because you were desperate to be
improv
away from that
students are
stereotype?
already adults.
They're already adult. I'm
It's
not-
just frowned upon.
I can
Are
tell you
mentally-
firsthand.
But
I
we
can
don't
tell
like
you
it, but it is
firsthand.
a reality
No.
of improv.
Emotionally,
We were all very stunted in our emotional growth as improvisers.
Oh,
and
yeah.
your physical growth. You can't tell everyone,
Yeah.
but Rachel is
I'm very
actually
short.
Are you allowed to say
2 feet
that?
tall.
We're all
I'm
the
very
same
short.
size. We're all the same size, except for Austin. He's really tall.
Yeah, I'm like 7 feet tall.
You've got a giant cock.
My butt's on the floor right
Alexis is always talking about your giant dick.
A giant.
How does that make you feel?
now. Huge.
How big
How
is
big?
it?
Really, one second. Hey, Austin, are you mad that I talk about that in public?
no,
Is it
you're
okay?
fine.
And
It's
we
all-
could put it in the VOD.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, Austin's
That's
stars.
healthy. That's a healthy communicative moment.
That was beautiful.
I gotta
beautiful.
say, for
That was
someone who's
beautiful.
never,
Alexa.
I'm pointing to myself, from someone who's never been in what I consider a serious relationship ever. This one, I feel so lucky because he's very good at communicative, and he's very good at when
I'm looking at the chart.
when I'm
Yeah.
spiraling and when I'm freaking
Whoa.
out about or insecure about something. He's like, he doesn't make it a big deal. He doesn't make me
Yeah.
feel silly about it.
Ooh.
Sorry about that.
Yay.
Yeah.
It's just the way I was programmed.
I'm just a
Okay,
hater.
well, why don't you tell us more about Austin,
Yay!
Rachel? Because
Okay.
you know, you have the answers.
I
Oh,
do.
But
I
I
have the
wanted to
stars
say,
answers.
when I
Yeah.
said date my students, I meant adult improv teacher.
Right, of
adult
course.
We're
student.
gonna
You
have
were
to-
shading. You were shading.
I just need to
the
really-
We're
teachers who do
actually-
that.
we're
I'm
gonna
not
have to
shading the improv
Cut
community.
this part
okay,
out
yeah, yeah.
because like we've already moved on, so we're actually gonna have to cut
Okay,
that out.
okay. Sorry.
That disclaimer is gone. Okay, you're a Libra. Love that. Libra, Sun, and Rising.
What's a Libra?
Libra is, well, the stereotype of Libra is that it's like the sign of justice.
It's the scale.
It's the scales. It's very like seeing things from all kinds of perspectives. It's the sign of relationships. So Libras are very social sign. They like to be liked by everybody.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And it's ruled by Venus. You have the sun and rising in Libra. So the first house is the rising sign, but it's also like in the chart, it represents like you and your like physical body and your personality and like the things that other people see in you. So there's a lot of like harmony between like how you identify and how other people see you.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Okay. Moon in Gemini. This was something that was crazy to me because you and Darby have Gemini moon at the exact same degree.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was something I literally
God.
gasped when I saw that. I said, wait, 29-degree Gemini moon.
What is that?
That is crazy.
I mean, she's dating twins.
And I'm a Gemini twin, so that's
Yeah,
even worse.
That's even worse. The degrees are just like mathematical. Like in the sky, like on the wheel, each sign goes from 0 to 29 degrees.
Okay.
But it's just like really auspicious that y'all have like the moon in the same sign in the same place.
And I'm obsessed with both of you.
What
Yeah.
does that mean? What's the what does that mean for like that particular moon and
Oh yeah,
Gemini?
Well,
What does it mean?
So the moon is your moods and emotions.
Okay.
And Gemini is like it's ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is the planet of communication. It's similar to Libra in the sense that like Gemini is kind of the more like social, fun aspect of Mercury versus Virgo, which is kind of more like analytical and like rules and following. But Gemini is like always thinking, always coming up with a quip. Always like, you know, trying to be funny, stuff like that.
Is that why
Gemini-
we have the same sense of humor?
Yes. And I'll tell you off the dome, I know that Chan is also a Gemini moon. So there's lots of
that
Gemini
makes
moons
sense.
here. But
Quip.
Her funny? I don't know. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
She's the
I've
funniest
never found
person
her
we all
funny.
know.
Never found her funny.
but-
I just don't get it. Never gotten it.
But I want to go on record again because Geminis get a lot of bad reputations because everyone's like Gemini, they're so two-faced, blah blah blah. You never know what they really feel because they like play devil's advocate. Geminis are fun, and if you don't like Geminis, you're not fun.
Okay.
Oh, put in the comments if you're a Gemini.
Put in the comments if you're a Gemini. I'm a Gemini defender and truther because I think out of all of the zodiac signs, they get one of the worst raps.
It's because they're kind of bi.
But they're fun.
It's because they're bi,
Yeah.
and people
They're
hate
bi.
bi people.
People-
Yeah.
People hate bisexuality.
Bi-erasure.
Yeah.
Bi-erasure
Yeah.
porn.
Bi-erasure.
Bi-erasure porn. It's just porn of two straight people having
Bi-erase
sex being
your
like,
porn.
this is all I like. Bi-erasure.
But yeah, we love a Gemini moon too is so interesting to me because it's like how you're thinking and feeling. And it's like the sign of thinking. So it's very like
You are an overthinker.
thinking about your feelings.
I do
You're
be thinking.
very
Yeah.
think. You do think.
I have OCD. I'm always thinking.
So that's your like sun, moon, and
Are you
rising.
diagnosed OCD?
Oh yeah.
Horrible.
It's crazy, right?
Is it really bad?
It's one of those things where it's not how it's portrayed in like
TV.
Yeah, so it's very like I think a lot of people don't know they have it. I think a lot of people are like I always feel icky whenever I walk with my when my bare feet touch the ground or something like that. But it's like no, it's an obsessive compulsive disorder, or it's very mental. One of my biggest OCDs was I worked as a busboy, and I was scared that if I touched bleach and then touched my penis, it would fall off.
Okay.
And so all of a sudden, I'm like avoiding.
Sure.
I'm now working in a restaurant, avoiding bleach, which is like a health code violation.
Yeah.
So you just gotta once you start like breaking rules to adhere to your OCD.
Yeah,
All of a sudden, you're like,
that's
okay, this is a
OCD.
thing. Yeah, that's OCD.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I'm okay. I'm a survivor.
You're a survivor.
You're a thriver. You're a thriver. You deal with it really good.
It's fun. Yeah. It's a
not
bummer, but
fun.
it's also not like
Yeah.
there's worse things to have in your brain. So I can't
Cancer.
complain. Yeah, exactly. So I can't-
Alexis. Cancer.
Exactly.
When you get
Cancer
cancer in your brain,
moon.
you're gonna
Cancer
hate it.
moon in my brain.
Cancer
in your
moon.
brain.
Hey.
You're gonna
Yeah.
hate that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Brain
That's
from
so
a cancer.
interesting.
Yeah.
On
yeah.
the moon.
And also your ruling planet for your whole chart is Venus in Scorpio in your second house, which is like if we're talking like super basic terms, the second house is money. But if we're talking more kind of like, ooh, it's like talents that you like things that you possess. So it can be like literal things. It can also be like talents. It can
I
be ideas. So all of that stuff, like things that you can give to the world is like very an important thing in your chart.
You do give a lot to the world.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
songwriting.
I write
and
music.
You write music. He also teaches music to
Oh,
youngsters.
and you and me just finished our Saturn returns.
Oh, what does that mean?
Ooh. It means we're adult. We're
The
officially
world is
adults.
about to be easier.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
We went through the hard time, and now we're on the other side.
Very cool.
Of it.
Yeah.
For
Wait,
the time
really?
being. Yeah.
Do you feel that way?
I immediately felt that way.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
When Saturn went into Aries, I said the war is over.
The war is over.
Yeah.
But it is gonna go back into Pisces later this year in September. So we'll get like a little taste. We're getting like a little taste of the other side, and then it's gonna be like a couple more lessons for us to learn, and then we'll be out.
Okay.
At
I have
September 11th.
September 11th.
I have some cool
Our favorite
Libra
subjects.
trivia
Ooh.
Okay.
for all my Libras out there.
Get in here. Let's get in it.
Libras are the scale, obviously. So in
Yes.
older times, when you would buy things, you would have to bust the scale out to make a transaction.
Whoa.
To
Yeah,
make the
yeah,
deal.
yeah.
So that's and they were called Libras, and that's why pounds are abbreviated LBS for Libras. That's why pounds are abbreviated like that.
Fun fact: Gemini Moon.
Yeah, fun fact.
Gemini moons love fun facts.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so
Whoa.
I like that because of all the signs, of all the star
Yeah,
signs,
yeah.
Libra is the most boring. It's just a scale, so it's cool to get
I
some
always
trivia.
I always thought
Oh,
Libra
I
was
love
the
a scale.
chicest.
Yeah.
I want to do like a bunch of T-shirts where it's like it says Libra and it's a scale, but it's like the scales drug dealers use.
Whoa.
See, it's sharing
That would
with the
be-
world.
that would be
The
hilarious.
power.
Sharing
Yeah.
ideas with the world.
Okay, so I guess we can pull the curtain back a little. Alexis told us to come prepared with a fun fact about our sign. That's why.
Yes, yeah.
That's why he had one. So Alexis, do you want to go ahead and share your fun fact about Taurus?
Ladies first.
Oh, you want me to?
Yeah.
Okay. So mine, I'm a Leo. Famously a Leo. And so my fun fact about Leos is that we're kind of bitches. All right, Alexis, go ahead. What's your fun fact about Taurus?
Oh, sorry. I'm just.
Well, I think if you could just share it real quick, you don't have to make a big deal of it.
No, my
Just if you just
dad-
want to just really quickly.
Can I tell you a real story?
Uh-oh.
I was talking to my mom, and she told me.
Your dad think he looks 45.
Yeah, my dad told me this morning. He says he looks 45. He's always looked
75.
younger than his age.
He's 75.
No, but they were telling me that my dad was thinking about looking at this luxury apartment
Okay.
to move into over by Cocoa Beach by where NASA takes off because he really loves seeing the rockets
Wait,
take off.
to move
which
to
is
by
cool.
himself?
No. To move both of them. But my mom said, I am not taking a dog in an elevator building. Also, I said, you are not moving unless you are moving out of Florida, away
Right.
from Florida.
Yeah.
And then the idea went away. But she
hates
told me that, and
Disney.
I was like, what the? You can't move. You own your house. You don't have to move. But if you do move, you're moving here.
You want them to die in that house so that you can then sell the house
Will you find
to
Yeah, that
to a
one's
Disney adult. Is that correct?
She wants to move to Florida to see the Challenger 2 explode.
I don't want.
You don't have to live in Florida to see something explode.
true.
It's crazy because you made that joke because I made a Challenger joke early on in IMHO, and I was really scared I was gonna get canceled.
Wait, I
for
have
it.
Challenger
Start.
trivia. They were gonna put Big Bird on that.
Yeah.
thing. I think we've talked about this.
And some
before.
people
Wait,
think
what?
they were gonna put Big Bird, Sesame Street Big Bird
they
on
want to
that
get
plane.
kids excited about
To
space
the
travel.
same plane as Katy Perry?
No, the Challenger.
the one that
So we would have
exploded.
watched
Wait, that's crazy.
Big Bird explode.
And
would've
a lot of people think they actually did, and then they scrubbed the footage. And there's a reality where Big Bird
Wait.
blew up in space.
That would be such an awkward
and like,
next day.
But how cute if there was like
Yellow feathers.
yellow
That's crazy.
feathers. Just like,
Okay.
we have raining down from the sky, of course, the wreckage, body parts, and yellow feathers.
This is such a.
No, I know a
Alexis,
fact. I
you
know a
had
fact
your
about
fact.
Taurus.
Go
yeah,
ahead.
Of
Go
course.
off.
Taurus. Their mascot is the ox or the bull.
Mm-hmm.
Bulls have horns. Horny.
Horny.
Bullshit.
Which is also what bulls do.
Whoa, they shit.
They
For
shit.
those watching, this is bullshit in ASL.
Is that actually?
Is it really?
Yeah.
There's the bull.
There's the bull.
I love
If
that.
they speak.
What were you gonna say?
She's gonna say something awful. We're gonna have to cut
I was
it.
gonna say.
We're gonna have to cut it.
I was gonna say if they speak ASL, they're not gonna be able to see this, but that's blind people. So
my
never
God.
mind.
I don't speak.
Is there something in her
So-
house about being terrible and saying really terrible things?
I'm gonna go ahead and say that was the old Alexis
That was
chart
the
coming
old
out.
Cancer.
That
Old
was
chart.
the old Cancer
Well, let's-
moon.
It was the
Let's
old
get her
Aries
out of her.
Mercury. Okay. So compatibility. Okay, that's wrong. These are
Okay,
this
let's
is
see if we're
Darby's.
compatible.
Okay.
Is this too much too early in the relationship to do?
We've been dating long enough.
Y'all
where-
have been
A
together
year.
for a million
Y'all
years.
have come all over each other.
Yeah.
Now's the time
Yeah.
you find out if
Is
you were
this
right
too
to do
intimate?
so.
Is this too intimate?
I never
This
know because
is
this is
too
my
intimate.
first serious relation.
We're gonna figure it. We'll figure it out.
Have you had relations before her?
Yes.
Whoa.
But don't tell her. I told her I'm a virgin.
Still?
We're both,
Yeah, but
we're
to be
both
fair,
virgins.
she also told you she was a woman.
Darby, can I
What?
see you back here?
Yeah, sorry.
That joke is
You are a
actually
woman.
really
It's
insensitive to
very
me.
insensitive. You're right.
Because
I'm sorry.
it inferences that I'm not a woman.
And-
It infers, and also he
You're right.
does know that I am trans, but it is
You're
a joke
what?
that I'm a transgender. And he,
I'm sick to my stomach.
I'm a
No, I'm just kidding.
transgender.
and he does know, but it is really fun for me to have a little fun and say, I have to tell you something.
That's why I made that joke for everyone watching. I made that joke because
my
I know
God.
that is how it. I would never make that. I do feel bad. Maybe we should cut that out.
Oh, it's
We're
her
not
bit.
cutting that
It's
out.
her bit. She'll always be like, Austin, I have something really important to tell you, and it's like it's not even. She doesn't vary it ever. So it's always just like,
I have something to tell you.
I have something to tell you, and there's a pause, and I'm like, what?
I'm trans.
And I'm like, oh.
They do bits all the time.
All
They
the
do this
time.
thing where when they come in the house, they'll do TSA.
Oh, we haven't done TSA in a while.
TSA checking.
Isn't that weird?
That is
I mean,
so
it's
funny.
adorable.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
Yeah.
It's
TSA
weird in
check.
a cutesy way.
Do you and Curtis have any bits?
Yeah.
Bits are fun.
Yes,
Bits,
because we have a healthy relationship. We've been together so long, and you only grow together. You don't grow apart.
Yeah.
That's a common misconception.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, what was the bit we were doing the other day? I wanted to watch a K-drama, and so I asked if he wouldn't mind going to bed early. We laughed, and then I was able to finish that K-drama about that woman who was kidnapped.
Good bit.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
Rachel.
deeply single, so sad.
Raquel is single, but Raquel is looking for the hot, butch,
Period.
lesbian of their dreams.
Yeah.
Please apply at IMHOthepodcast
Thank you so
at
much.
gmail.com.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Okay, let's
Okay.
do our compat.
Yes. So, okay. Basically, I'll show you what I'm looking at. This is your compatibility chart. It's
It looks like a diamond.
the blue is Alexis and the orange is Austin.
We're kind of complete each other.
Yeah. So,
Raquel, I have to say, this is really impressive.
thank you so
You put
much.
This is true. Like, truly, even if this isn't like your thing,
Yeah.
you just make this so fun.
Thank
and you put so
you.
much work into it.
I
I'm so
did.
proud of you.
Yeah,
Thank you
you
so
didn't do
much.
this last time.
This looks sci-fi.
There was a lot going on. Like I've said, blue
I'm just
hair.
kidding, I'm
there
just
was
kidding.
also pandemic going on. Do we
What's
remember that?
What's that?
Oh,
Do we
and
remember that?
Mayor
Lori Lightfoot.
Lori Lightfoot.
Lori Lightfoot.
We had Lori Lightfoot to deal with at that time. Listen,
Anyway.
none of our
Is
houses were in
Is that
order.
the mayor of Chicago who always looks so tired?
Yeah, she's really little and mad.
He looks like
Okay.
Yeah,
so-
okay.
So there are a few things.
this
One
is
of
us.
them
This is
that I
us.
want to point out especially is that so I used your old chart for this. This, I mean, is one of the things that you truly just like hope for in it's called a synastry reading when you do it like this. Your Aries Venus is in Austin's 7th house of long-term committed partnerships. And Venus, planet of love and beauty and relationships and all of that stuff. So that's like as good as it gets for that situation, obviously.
Ooh.
My what Venus?
No,
my
Alexis's
Aries
Aries
Venus.
Venus is in your 7th house.
Seventh house.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Which
He's
is
gonna propose.
partnerships.
Seven.
He's gonna propose.
So if anything, y'all will be together, I think, for a long time. Okay.
I think that's the hope, right?
And oppositely, well, not oppositely, but like similarly, Austin has a beautiful placement in his chart, which is Venus conjunct Jupiter. Those are called the benefic planets, which are like they're the best ones. They're like they really can't do any harm. Like they're always just bringing blessings and like good vibes and stuff
Oh,
like
I
that.
love those planets.
They're a benefit.
Yeah, exactly. Austin has both of those like right on top of each other in his own chart in Scorpio, and where that falls in Alexis's chart is in your 5th house of romance and pleasure and creativity and sex and stuff like that. So y'all really do, like, there were so many things, like, just right off the bat where I was like, oh yeah, this is very
a good match.
Yeah, totally. The other thing is that just like in general with like kind of everyone in the IMHO cinematic universe, y'all have like a lot of cardinal sign energy. Cardinal signs are the signs that are at the beginning of seasons. It's just like something that I noticed, like, in reading everyone's charts. The cardinal signs are very synonymous with
We
like
start
beginning
shit.
things.
We
yeah,
start shit.
exactly.
That's
Yeah.
why we never finish anything, because we're always starting it.
But we're
Yeah.
also always finishing.
Woo.
Sometimes my Zoloft
Oh.
makes it hard for me to finish.
Another thing.
Buddy.
Period.
But listen, buddy, you're preaching to the choir. We got a old hard, empty cock over here. I can shoot loads.
Me too. Yay! No, actually, I can squirt. That's a fact about me.
Nice.
Y'all, for real, IMHO the
Yeah.
podcast at Gmail. If you've got a butch lesbian wanting a squirter
Yes.
who can read the stars, have you ever
I have to
read
tell you something
someone's
funny after this.
stars that you were dating and you were like, ugh, I gotta get out of this?
We gotta, yeah.
Okay, recently. I'm telling it on the pod.
Is this the most recent?
Yes. I was ghosted by someone.
Roz Hernandez.
Yes.
No,
I was
love
ghosted
Roz.
by No, I
Roz
love
would
Roz.
never-
Wait, but
Ghosted
I have a
was
funny story about Roz. The first time I met them, I literally couldn't speak. Like, I literally
She's so
was like,
intimidating.
I don't know what came over me. She was like I had a roommate that was also a stand-up comedian, and I went to go see their show, and Roz was on it, and they introduced me to her, and I literally couldn't speak.
She's so funny.
She's so
She's
good.
beautiful
Yeah.
and funny.
She's gorgeous.
funny.
Hi.
Our
I'm just kidding.
episode of Ghosted, Roz Hernandez, will be out this month,
I think it's gonna be soon.
next week.
I think it's gonna be soon because the person that was filming before us episode came out today.
Next Monday, I bet.
Yeah. Everyone go listen to Roz. Go
Short, very short, condensed version of this. I try not to like judge people on the signs. You know, I obviously like to
Yeah.
know, especially sun signs, because it's like the sun is truly like such a tiny part of astrology. I really
Is
try.
that true?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Everyone's got like a whole chart. So there's so much that like goes
sure.
into it that like the sun is really not that important unless you're a Leo, because the sun
Because the
rules
sun
Leo.
shines on me all the time.
But anyway, long story short, for some reason, I just have a history with Aquarius. Like, all of my ops are all Aquarius.
Oh no. What's
And-
ops?
Like enemies.
Opposition.
Oh.
Opposing counsel.
Not saying that.
What is an op?
Not saying that I'm enemies with all Aquariuses, but all of my enemies so happen to be Aquariuses.
Yeah.
Have you ever physically fought the drag queen Aquaria?
No,
Do it.
I would lose probably.
When I was in college, there was a production of Hairspray that me and my friend Sam went to see a bunch.
Yeah.
And the person who sang "This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius" was. Do you remember
What? That's not hairspray.
Hair?
Hair.
Okay.
Hair.
Thank you for keeping me humble.
No spray.
Yeah,
No
you're such a Leo.
No spray.
Anyway,
problem.
hair.
My
just
Leo- my
remember,
son-
hey,
my
editor.
son, Leo.
Wait, I have a
editors?
funny story about Darby too. I want to.
Anyway, so when we went to see this, the person who sang that was, do you remember the kid from Hook, the one that's squishing Rob Williams' face, and he says, "Oh, there you are, Peter."
Yeah.
That
Yes.
was him.
Oh, it was?
Mm-hmm.
Was he hung? Yeah. That's so nice.
Yeah, but he was an adult by then.
I love a soft cock.
Yeah,
A soft, large cock. What a joy.
what a treat.
absolutely.
My soft cock is so small. Sometimes when I pee, I'll pee through the seat if I sit down, because when I get soft and cold, baby, she's pointed straight. She's at attention.
Soft and cold.
Soft
That's
and
our
cold,
band name.
pointing right out.
Soft and cold.
That is so funny.
Wait, what's your story about Darby?
Okay,
Adderall.
well, I want to finish up anyway.
yes.
This last person that I went on a few dates with, they were an Aquarius, and when I learned that, I was like, okay, I gotta keep my eye on them. And then they ghosted me on my
Yeah.
birthday.
How many on your birthday?
yeah.
How many dates had you been on?
Like 3.
That's very Aquarian.
But they,
Yes.
but
Actually, I don't
they took the trash out themselves.
Yeah.
That's
Trash
what I
takes
say.
itself out,
Period.
Yeah, yeah.
My Leo. This is obviously in the time that I've known Darby. I'm like, yeah, she's a Leo, of course. Like, of course.
Yeah.
She's a performer. She's funny. She's got a big personality. All those things.
She's narcissistic yet empathetic.
The most Leo thing I've ever seen you do. Okay, I literally was thinking about this the other day. So we all went to go see Willow Pill's incredible show.
Yes.
Oh,
God's
yes.
Children.
They're still,
With
it's
Auntie
still
Chan.
touring, I think.
starring
Auntie Chan.
They just finished.
Oh, they just finished in the
starring
South. Yeah.
Auntie Chan and Seashell.
Thank you.
incredible performers.
Seashell,
Thank you.
Amazing
And
makeup artist.
yes, incredible makeup artist and performer. And obviously, Chan invited us backstage afterwards, but we had already left the theater. So we were trying to get back in the theater, and the people that worked at the theater were like packing everything up. They were like, hey, what are you guys doing in here? And Darby goes, oh, we're trying to get backstage, as if they like knew who we were. Do you know what I mean? They were like, yeah, no.
I think I was just trying
the
to
staff
like.
of the
Surely
place.
they should know that we're supposed to be back here, right? Like, open the door. But did we get back?
We did, but that was because Chan came and got us.
Of me.
Yes.
So yeah.
The most Leo thing I've ever seen Darby do.
No, I don't like this segment. What?
I wasn't going to say anything bad. I was just going to say that one time she did shoot a man
Yeah.
in Tijuana.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's very Leo.
Tijuana, Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just sorry, sometimes people get confused.
Yeah.
And shoot, you
And
meant
shoot
a
with
walk.
her load.
Yeah,
Yeah,
load, a load.
Yeah.
I shot a giant
Right.
load, thick load. It was before Lexapro.
Cold
Right.
and soft.
Loads
We
were
had
thicker.
just played
so cold, so
our-
soft.
we
Peed
had
right
just played
through the
yeah,
toilet seat,
in between the
the
rim.
the rim,
What
and
is
the
the
thing.
technical term for that?
The rim of the toilet seat.
Oh, rim.
The rim.
But is the rim when the
seat.
whole seat
That's
is
the seat,
that's
baby.
just
That's
the
the
seat. So you peed in between the seat and the rim.
3 times now.
What's
I've
the
peed
astrological
through the
chart of the
seat and the
seat
rim,
of the
and
toilet?
before I noticed, I had peed everything out.
No.
Yeah. Just straight out like a sprinkler. Cold and soft, straight out.
Check
Wow.
out IMHO Live.
Okay.
June 8th.
So, how do you feel having
Yeah.
heard that you are compatible?
It's good to know.
I knew that
Yeah.
already.
I had a hunch.
They're
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
clearly.
This is the most easygoing I've ever been with anyone.
Yeah.
Anyone.
It's been, yeah.
Y'all are perfect for each
And
other.
he is so. Sometimes I want to put some thought into who I bring around, like drag people or like gay people in bars or
Gay
like
people.
Yeah,
Gay people.
but you can have fun with anyone. You can talk
You're
to
very
anybody.
You are too.
It's fun. It's
God,
I
thank
like
you.
having a partner that you bring to the function. You're like, I hope you're not like, I hope she's gonna be chill. Like Alex is always chill, and everyone gets along with her. and
I'm
all that
chill,
fun stuff.
but I'm not as outgoing as you. Sometimes I'm too quiet, I think.
You're very
okay.
outgoing.
if we were both
I
really
feel like
loud
it's a
and outgoing,
good
that'd be
yeah. I
That'd
feel
be
like it's a
boring.
good introvert extrovert mix.
But y'all are also
Yeah.
just really fun to be around.
Yeah.
Like when y'all are in the
Truly.
same room, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just, y'all are so funny together.
Yeah.
And you both have that same, you have a very similar nervous energy.
we're literally over here like
We're both
It's
very
just
concerned
very
that
charming.
everyone's okay.
It's
Yeah.
very charming.
Yeah.
There's not a single person that either of you meets that doesn't immediately like you.
No, literally, my Austin sat with me and my roommates. We went to a drag brunch that Alexis was doing,
oh, that was fun.
and my roommates were like, "We love Austin. We don't know him at all.
He's the best.
But we love him.
Stop.
Yeah,
Shuck.
Austin, what do you love about us?
yeah.
I love you. I've actually, it's so funny. I have been listening to your podcast, and it's fun.
No!
Yeah, I listen all the time, and it's
listen
fun.
to work.
Don't do it.
And it's fun to listen as like, oh, these are my friends, but it's also like just a good time. Like it's a
Yeah.
really good show. Sometimes you listen to a podcast and you're like, shut up.
That's what Annie says.
No, literally.
I said, do you like doing this job? And Annie's like, I hate it. I hate all podcasts and all podcasters, and everything's boring. And then after we recorded one episode, Annie's like, I'm going to stay in the biz because of you.
Yo.
Annie, did you like this
See?
episode?
Yeah,
She's
look
doing
at that.
heart with her hands. That means yes. That means yes.
Oh, I thank you for coming.
Yeah, of course.
Now you
Yes.
do this professionally.
Yes.
You do for parties.
Yes.
I like to call it stand up and sit down because you do stand up comedy and then
Yes.
you sit down and do read the charts.
Yes. I
But
don't
what are
do
you
this
actually
standing up.
calling it? What are you actually calling it?
It's just Rachel Relman Astrology.
Rachel
I'm-
Relman Astrology.
Yeah.
And where can people find you if they want to book you
Rachel
for their
Relman
for their kikis?
Yes.
For their evenings.
Yes, I have a scheduling link that I'm going to put in all of my social media bios.
We'll post it too. We'll post it below.
I can do one-on-one readings. I can do specialized ones, compatibility ones, like I did for y'all. I could also do parties, all that stuff.
What else does
Yeah.
that entail? Like, if I were to book with you, would I send you certain things
Yeah.
beforehand? What does that look like?
It's all there's like a little form to fill out.
Oh,
on
and
the
you put all
thing.
your stuff.
Yep.
And then
But all
you-
you did with
okay.
us was date, time, place.
Daytime and place, yeah.
Yeah.
And then like if people have like a specific area of of life they want to like look at, we can do that too. We can do anything.
Can you look at this specific area on my ass? Because I feel like I get
Yeah.
bug bites all the time.
No, I would
and is
love
it?
to
I don't
see
know
it.
if it's just because it's juicy
Those are
or
zits,
what.
Yeah.
girly.
It's me. I'm the
That's
bug.
what he said, and I just don't think. I think they're bug bites.
But yeah, I
Your
mean, all
ingrown
the info.
hairs, girly pop.
I never say
I
anything.
don't have hair on my ass
Do you
anymore.
Do you use as of this morning? Do you use Tend skin? Tend skin?
I haven't. I don't use it.
I got to be honest with you. I love to shave my butt. I think we all know that. And I have very sensitive
That's where this grass
skin.
came from.
Yeah, this was once growing out of my butt,
Whoa.
and I like to keep it smooth. But I've always had problems with ingrown hairs on my butt.
That's the worst.
And the only way you can fix it is to admit that you have it.
Oh, admit
that
that
is
you
so
have
And
a
so
problem.
I did say I had it. And Willem on one of her, I don't know if it was a beatdown, I don't fucking remember, but Willem on one of her YouTube like
Drag icon
video,
Yeah.
she was like, I use Tend skin. That takes care of it all. Bitch. She's right. Use Tend skin.
Yeah, it's a blue
T-E-N-D.
bottle.
It's basically
You can
witch's
do it in a
hazel,
roll-off
but
form, but it's also just like a little.
It's basically witch hazel.
Not even
tonic.
But
getting
it's worth it.
paid. Y'all just.
They
Bitch,
they
it has
sell it at
changed
where I
my
used to
butt.
work.
My butt is smooth. There's not a single bug bite on it. Okay.
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 You know what?
What?
Wait, I want to say one thing real quick. Please book reading with me. I have a trip to Japan that I have to pay for.
Yes.
With Auntie Chan.
Rachel
With
is
Auntie
going
Chan.
to Japan with Auntie Chan in the coming months.
Yes. So
And-
I would love to do reading.
Yeah.
You know that hot rickshaw guy from TikTok?
I saw the clip. Yes.
Rickshaw, what's his name?
We're gonna find him.
He's so hot. He follows me on Instagram.
No.
Really?
Are you
We're gonna
kidding?
find him.
I want to see a picture. Will you send me his picture? But speaking of TikTok,
But I saw he has butt.
I know there is as of 2 days ago, there is
A new song of the summer.
A new song of the summer. You'll be married in a year in the suburbs with a kid on the way in 3. Inventing yourself, you're living the American dream. And I'll be dancing out in California.
Thank you to all of our guests. Make sure you check the description box. You can follow all of them and do all of that.
Brandon Abernathy on TikTok.
Will be our guest next week.
Brandon, you are in LA. If this reaches you, we would love to have you come.
Emo as hell.
You can wear your socks. You don't have to wear shoes.
I don't.
We've
We're
all
not wearing
seen
shoes.
the clip.
We've all seen the clip. Go look up.
It's pop.
Yeah.
It's an earworm.
Go look up suburbs guy toes.
Ooh.
Bless his heart.
Thank you both for coming
Yay,
and being on the
thanks for
pod.
having us.
Yes, thanks for having us. This was so fun.
Yeah.
At Hot Brothers Band on Instagram. Y'all have a
Yes.
gig. Y'all have a couple gigs coming up.
Yeah, we're playing some shows in downtown LA, and we're playing The Smell like twice, and then we
There's
got
a place called The Smell.
The
Holy
smell. What's the
I think
smell like?
I think we
It smells bad. It's a DIY venue, so it's all
Ew.
ages. It smells bad.
Love that.
but it's The Smell. We're going to be in Chicago during that, but you do have to come to the next
Oh,
one.
for all you gays, it's like catty corner from the precinct by that creepy El Pollo Loco.
Oh shit. I
Yes.
know exactly where
that
that
El Pollo
is.
Loco is haunted.
It's really
the
scary.
scariest El
Why
Pollo
is
It's
Loco.
that?
really scary.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it is
I
haunted.
don't think I've ever seen it open.
Well, people die.
Yeah. People do that.
They do.
Rachel,
Have you ever heard of that?
Yes.
what are your socials?
On Instagram and TikTok, I'm at Rachel, Rachel, not AEL, EL, REL.
Rachel Rell.
Yeah, Rachel Rel.
Rachel Rell on all socials. Click the links below to book your time with Rachel.
Yes.
That sounded inappropriate.
No, it didn't.
No, they can book that time
It works.
too. I'm just
Book
kidding.
it.
On a quick death equals lady. I just have to say that
Well, that guy died in that plane crash. What was his?
What guy?
Well, that wasn't recent.
The squib.
the scripts.
Who was the guy that just died? Some guy just died. I saw it on TikTok. Some guy just died in a plane crash and like took a bunch of people with him.
No.
I mean,
On purpose?
I don't think he
Lou
did it on
Diamond
purpose.
Phillips?
Plane crash, San Diego.
Buddy Holly.
5 of 650. Oh, he was what do you call those?
A billionaire.
No, music guy, music agent.
A music agent.
Never
He was
mind.
a music agent.
But
I
he's
did see
dead.
that. Yeah.
Whoa.
I would never turn down if someone had a private jet and they offered me a free ride. I would absolutely take it.
100%.
But I'd be so pissed if I died.
I would just never fly in a single engine plane. I took like an aviation class, and my teacher was like, "I'll never get in a
You
single."
took an aviation class?
I was a music major. I had to take one science class, and that was the one.
Oh, that
science
was your
class
history?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
my.
That's cool.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
You'll
be married in a year in the suburbs. The kid on the way in 3. Vincent yourself, you live in the American dream. And I'll be dancing on couch.
In my homosexual opinion, IMHO.